Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk to you about my Bronte project for 2024. I got the idea for this project because in February there will be a readathon called We Love Jenny, hosted by beautiful Minutia and Christy Lewis to honor the life of Jennifer Brooks. If you don't know, Jennifer Brooks was a booktuber. She focused mainly on classics, historical fiction, some fantasy, some literary fiction, a lot of history. She was an historian, and unfortunately she died at the beginning of this year. It was unexpected and it's still shocking. I was a subscriber of hers for a very long time and loved her videos. It's funny because my fiance finds me like watching YouTube all the time. Like sometimes I'm having breakfast in the morning and he enters the kitchen and he understands that like she's watching YouTube on her phone, and he knew Jenny just because of the sound of her voice. It was so normal for me to watch her videos all the time that my fiance sort of memorized her voice and he knew it was Jennifer, and he would say, "Oh, are you watching Jennifer's video?" And she was so witty and fun, and I learned so much from her, like in terms of history, because she was very knowledgeable. She loved Italy, and she just had a way of conveying her message that was just wonderful. It's just very hard to describe. Her channel is still up, so you can go and watch her videos. And this readathon is, the idea of this readathon is for you to read books that either Jenny loved or she inspired you to read, or books that remind you of her. There are a lot of prompts. I'll link the announcement videos down below so you can check them out. And I think we are supposed to use the hashtag We Love Jenny because they are going to compile all the videos together, and then they're going to have like a playlist and they're going to send it to her mom, and I think that's beautiful. So I got the idea because Jennifer had a Bronte Project as well, and she was going through all the books written by the Bronte sisters. So that's going to be my take on the readathon. I'm not going to read all of these books in February, obviously, but it was inspired by Jenny. So I'm going to read them in order of publication. Some of these are rereads and some are new for the first time. I'm going to read them for the first time. So the first three are actually rereads for me. So the first one is Agnes by Anne Bronte. This is one of my favorite classics of all time. It's quite short. I love Anne's writing. I think it's so raw and powerful, and it's scary because she actually talks about human nature as being something to be afraid of. Some people are actually scary to that extent, and I loved it. I think it's beautiful, and this is about a governess, and I love books that focus about governesses and the role of governesses in England. So this is the first book. Then I'm going to read or reread Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. If you know me, you know that I have an issue with Jane Eyre. I'm not a fan of the ending. I think the ending takes away from the rest of the book. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind because I haven't read this book in years. It was my first Bronte because I had to read this for university, and I had to read it twice. I read it here in Portugal and then again when I was doing Erasmus in the UK. And it's interesting because the perspectives and the way this book was analyzed in both countries is so different. So I'm excited about reading it again. Then we have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is a Collins classic. It's not my favorite like cover edition or anything, but it was the only one that I could find at the time, and I really like Emily Bronte. I think that she's wonderful, and I always feel sad that she didn't have the opportunity to write more. One thing that I haven't done yet, and I want to, is to read her poetry. I've read a couple of poems here and there, but not everything. And Wuthering Heights, again, I think Emily was ahead of her time with this book. So far ahead. And now the books that I haven't read. After Wuthering Heights, I'm going to read The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. This is a book that I just feature on my Friday Reads video, and I'm excited about it. A lot of people like it. I had no idea that the main character is a man. I was not expecting that, to be perfectly honest. So I'm excited about this book. I know a little bit about the story because I actually read some of it a few years ago on my e-reader, but it was just not working for me, like reading a classic on my e-reader. I prefer reading more contemporary books or murder mystery, like cozy mysteries on my e-reader rather than classics. It's just, I really love writing and tabbing and all of that, and I can't really do that, or I can, but it's not the same. So I stopped reading The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, and now that I have the book, I think that's, you know, my opportunity. And then we have Shirley by Charlotte Bronte. The next three books, Shirley, Villette, and The Professor, these are in order. Shirley, Villette, and then The Professor. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're about, honestly. I've heard people talking about all of them, but I always stay away from spoilers, especially with classics. So I have no idea about the plot. I have nothing. So these are going to be interesting. And these are the last three of the project. So I'm starting in February, hopefully February 1st, we'll see. I'll start with Agnes Grey. I don't know if any of you would like to buddy read one of these books. I don't have a fixed schedule. I'm a slow reader, and I'm not one to read these 3 books in a month. I can't, I'm not going to. I'm not going to even try to attempt to do that. I can read Agnes Grey in a month, and I can start Jane Eyre, but I'm not going to finish it. But if any of these books interest you and you would like to buddy read them, maybe you can let me know, and then when I get to the book, I can contact you, send you a message if you have Instagram or something, and we can start a buddy read. I don't know, let me know if you are interested, but yeah. That's the Bronte Project for 2024. I'm very excited. I'm sad that this was inspired by such a tragic event, but I think it's a good way for me to honor Jenny's life. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's still very shocking. I'm still very shocked about the news whenever I think about it. The other day I opened BookTube on my TV, which I haven't done in a while, and one of the first videos recommended to me were one of Jennifer's videos, and it was hard just seeing her there. So I want to thank Beautiful Minutia and Christy Lewis for hosting this readathon. I think it's going to be wonderful. And I really hope that you can get a whole lot of videos to compile and send her to her mom, because I think she's gonna love to know that Jennifer inspires so many people. So yeah, that's it for me today. Let me know if you are interested in buddy reading any of these books. If you have an Instagram, maybe we can follow each other, we can talk through there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.